community that we are going to also be highlighting, and obviously would always be open to any questions that you may have. So at this point, I'm going to call on Shada, who is the Director of Resettlement here at the International Institute, to give us an update on resettlement.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much, Eric. And thank you everyone to join us today for our monthly community meeting and update for the resettlement. As you can see in the slides in front of you in the screenshot, the screen, that we have May arrivals. The previous month of arrival, we resettled 27 cases, and that was 83 individuals. To be honest, we received more than 27. 4 of these cases was relocated to a different state after they resettled and picked up from the airport here in St. Louis, and then they decide to go to a different location. So they didn't been included in our arrival list. The one who still we keep, and our number is 27 cases, 83 individuals that they still in St. Louis area. And it's a diversity arrival. So as you can see in front of your screen, we have Burundi arrivals, Congolese, Guatemala, Myanmar, Iraqis, and El Salvador, Afghani, Syrian cases who arrived for the month of May. For June arrivals so far, and this schedule could be changed anytime. Recently, we are receiving clients within 48 hours of notifications. So some flights that we receive at the last minute, it's very difficult to deal with and arrange everything, but we are doing our best. So far we have 26 cases, and this is 80 individuals who scheduled to come to St. Louis, and everything has been listed and on schedule for them. We have assigned caseworkers and other staffs to support the caseworkers to go to the airport, picking them up, providing houses and other type of supports. Our diversity of arrival for this month of June, it's from Congo, Somali. We have 4 cases so far this month from Somalia. We haven't been resettled Somali cases like for a few months. Last time we received 1 case only. And then before that, we haven't been receiving Somalis for like 7 or 8 years until the past 2 months when we received 1. And this month for June, we are receiving 4 cases. And we have a case from Sudan, we have Iraqi case and Syrian. Our expectations for arrivals for fiscal year, or the plan is for fiscal year 2023 that we are going to resettle 500. So far with May arrivals, we have reached to 331 arrivals, and we may expect like extending in our arrivals, 10% of the extending that we may receive more than 500, and that will be 550. For fiscal year 2024, we propose to receive 875 arrivals that haven't been approved for us yet, but it just was a proposal that has been submitted. Next slide, please. Okay, so I just wanted to mention here that we received recently in May and also in June, large cases. So it was 14, family of 14. The family of 14 this month who's arriving from Syria. They arriving on the 22nd of June. I just want
Looks like we lost sound, which we lost Shada completely. It looks like.
I can jump in if that's all right. This is Ariel.
Yes, please, Ariel.
Shada was just going to mention that we've had 2 large cases arriving and we're struggling with housing. So if anybody has any housing leads of 3 and 4 bedroom units, to please call Abdul in our housing department at 773-9090. We would greatly appreciate any of those suggestions. If Shada's not back, I'll do
You're
the
still
roll.
unable to hear me?
Oh, there she is. There she is. Okay.
I
I'm
don't know
back.
what happened.
All
I
right.
promise I didn't touch anything.
I think we're ready for the walk-in information.
Yes, okay, so as you can see, we have a walk-in updates. So beside the new arrivals, we have walk-ins service that we are providing for our clients. So we had so far 12 secondary migrant, and this is from Congo and Afghan. We have 18 Ukrainian cases, and we have 2 Cuban Haitian cases that who was walk-in, and we have 1 diversity visa cases from Afghanistan. We had 2 cases, underdocumented cases from Colombia. These cases, usually after their assessment, will be referred to a different type of programs regarding to their eligibility and also to their needs. So if they will be qualified for a different program with a social worker or employment department, as I said, regarding to their needs, but they are not going to be eligible for resettlement. So basically, from my position, we do not working with them as a resettlement staff member, but these people will be in our list for serving with a different type of programs that belong to different departments at the Institute. Any question?
Any questions for Shada? Hearing or seeing none, we will go on to the next item on the agenda, which is Welcome Core, and I'll call on Blake Hamilton, Vice President here at the International Institute, to present that. Blake.
Thank you, Ray. We are very pleased to announce that the International Institute has been awarded designation as a private sponsor organization. The national press release went out yesterday, and we are one of 12 private sponsor organizations identified in the United States at this point. There are still others that are in process, but we are the only one in the state of Missouri to this point. And we know our partners at Jewish Vocational Services in Kansas City have likewise applied. I would also want to note that we are the first refugee resettlement agency to be designated as a private sponsor organization as well. So we're pleased to be breaking that ground and getting that attention, and hopefully serving as a model for other refugee resettlement organizations to engage in this work. We are going to be talking a bit more about Welcome Core this evening. We have our introductory meeting from 5:30 to 7 here in our cafeteria. And I've included the link for registration in case you have not yet registered and would like to attend. But we do expect this really to be the first of many conversations. Really from tonight, we'll be open for scheduling presentations to any group. If you are a member of a group or part of even a group of individuals who are interested in sponsorship through Welcome Core, I'd be happy to provide a small presentation for you. We're asking that anybody who would be interested in scheduling us for a conversation about Welcome Core, please reach out. I've included my email there, and me and my colleague Carlos Suarez and Ariel Burgess will both be available to schedule those smaller meetings. And again, this is really the launch of this outreach phase for us. So if you or anybody you know would be interested in learning more and can't make it tonight, please do reach out and we can get another presentation scheduled. There's going to be a lot more information around not just Welcome Core, but other forms of private sponsorship. And so we have an interest form that we've linked to here in this presentation as well. If you're interested in staying connected to us around these private sponsorship opportunities, please go ahead and sign up for that. we'll be holding other larger meetings upcoming, and likely our next one in September, to address sort of what's on the next slide here, which is private sponsorship through the Parola program. So some of you may have heard Cuban, Haitians, Nicaraguans, Venezuelans are now eligible for parole to be entered into the United States. And this is not happening a small scale, but a large scale, with the space for up to 30,000 Cuban, Haitian, Nicaraguan, Venezuelan parolees to be admitted per month. This is part of the Biden administration's effort to reduce pressure on the southern border. Folks that can apply for this program must be in a national of and currently residing in one of those 4 countries. So they should be the immediate family member of a sponsor that's here in the United States who is submitting for sponsorship, and that can be a parent, a spouse, or a child under 21 years old. These are the folks that would be beneficiaries, people that be coming from those countries and eligible for sponsorship. All beneficiaries in this program, of course, must still undergo and pass national security screenings and public safety vetting. That is a part of this process. And this is much like the United for Ukraine program. This parole program would allow folks to stay in the United States for 2 years under this program. They would receive work authorization as well. And though the benefits available to Nicaraguans and Venezuelans will necessarily differ from those that are coming from Cuba and Haiti. And we can talk more about that in detail as we go forward, but fundamentally, we do expect family members of those St. Louisans who hail from these countries to be very interested in enrolling in these programs. And we do expect to have more information available about this and host a community-wide meeting in July to dive a little bit deeper into this. On the next slide, it's more information about applying through this. Supporters, those supporters residing in the United States, have to submit a USCIS Form 134A, which is that request to be a supporter, which really the requirements for that are, again, that you're a family member of one of these people who you're trying to sponsor for arrival, but also that you have appropriate financial resources to be able to support that individual after arrival. So in that regard, it's just like the Uniting for Ukraine program. The supporter here domestically really just has to be legally in the United States. They don't have to be a citizen only. They could be a lawful permanent resident, or an asylee, or a refugee, or somebody even who's already on temporary protective status could apply to be a supporter here. Again, this is really just an expansion of parole, and it mirrors Uniting for Ukraine, which is also going to continue during this period. So those interested in sponsoring folks Uniting for Ukraine do not have the same sort of restriction, right? Any Uniting for Ukraine sponsor does not have to be the relative of somebody that they're supporting, merely just have an interest and willingness to do this and get matched with somebody. But for the Cuban, Haitian, Nicaraguan, Venezuelan program, you must be one of those family members. And again, if you're interested in learning more about this or attending any of our upcoming informational sessions, I encourage you to click on the link included in this document, and we will make sure to reach out to you once we have our parole informational session scheduled. And I know that there's several on this call scheduled to be a part of our Welcome Corps presentation tonight. If you too would like to attend, it's not too late. Please go ahead and register using the link on the previous slide, and we'd be happy to host you this evening. And I'll go ahead and drop both those links in the chat as well.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Blake. Any questions for Blake with reference to this? Anna, I see you have your hand up.
Yes, I was just curious in terms of the language here around sponsor or supporter. It sounds like it's the same, maybe it's just semantics, but curious if there is a difference there between using that language sponsor or supporter.
No. So sponsors are domestic, right? And so the language that they're really using are, they've created this new designation of supporter, which is really sponsor for Cubans, Haitian, Nicaraguans, Venezuelan. But the two sides of that coin are supporters and beneficiaries. And the beneficiary is the person who's currently in one of those 4 countries, and they are seeking sponsorship from a supporter here domestically in order to be able to arrive through the program.
Yeah, when you look at the forms, you'd see the language that's used in them is supporter, but this overall program, I guess it's a sponsorship. So yeah, so more semantics, but really meaning the same.
Supporters are doing the sponsoring.
Yes.
Great. Thank you for the clarification. That was helpful.
Okay. Any other question? I'm not able to see. Okay. Seeing no other or hearing no other question, we're going to move on to the next item on the agenda, which is something that we're introducing that is new. The Anna E. Crosslin Center for Multicultural Excellence. This has been a long time coming. This has been work that we've invested so much time in trying to build this new initiative that is really represents the legacy of Anna E. Crosslin that served as president and CEO of the International Institute for 42 years. And her legacy is really the work that she did in this community, really trying to, for many, many years before our time, to really prepare and help this community embrace multiculturalism. She no longer serves as president, but that legacy lives on, and we want to really ensure that we on the one hand honor her, but really continue the work in this community as we continue to bring people from different parts of the world that become part of the fabric of this community. We want to play our part, taking 100 years of experience in helping the community, individuals, not-for-profit organizations, corporations, the administration, really prepare the groundwork for a future of this community that is even going to be even more multicultural than it is today. That's the part that the Center for Multicultural Excellence is going to play. We're thrilled, we're excited because we're at the verge of rolling out the membership. It's something that we're looking forward to. We know we're not going to be doing this alone. And so we thought to share with you before we roll this out. So I'll turn this over to Barbara Gunlathe, who is the director of the Center of Multicultural Excellence, and it's going to be leading this presentation.
Thank you, Ari. Good afternoon, everyone. That was a superior summary. And as you can see before you, we have just revealed the logo, which captures the 3 points, which is it connotes excellence, but it also promotes inclusivity and multiculturalism. And we pull that through with the logo, as well as valuing the dignity of every individual. And so the main focus of the Multicultural Center is we value excellence within our region by the uniting of cultures and the celebrating of cultures. And so we can move to the next slide. You have 3 ways to impact St. Louis as a welcoming city. And that's as an ambassador, as an advocate, and as an ally. And tomorrow, I would say 12:01 a.m., but it probably wouldn't be that early. But tomorrow morning, we will be going live with the website that you see before you, multiculturalstl.org. Please join us. Our goal is we have a stated goal. Anna served the agency for 43 years. So we at least would like to honor her service by enlisting 43 members tomorrow. So if you are on this call, please help us reach that goal. If you know someone who wants to join us as we impact St. Louis as multiculturalists, please encourage them to enlist tomorrow, to sign up tomorrow. And as previously mentioned, we will be celebrating World Refugee Day this Saturday. which is another opportunity to engage us and to sign up as a member. If you have any questions, please throw them in the chat. You can email me. This has been a long time coming, and I am happy to say that we have arrived. We as a community, we as a collective.
Great, thank you very much, Barbara. We're all looking forward to what tomorrow holds. That's our goal. We're going to try to get to 43 members by the end of the day tomorrow, whether they're allies, advocates, or ambassadors. The members will give us the opportunity to continue to put together and build the resources that are necessary for us to enhance multiculturalism, to champion multiculturalism within this community. So look out for the email when it goes out tomorrow. We will be having social media posts all through the day, but share this share the information with friends, family, your networks, colleagues, accordingly. The month of June, yesterday I was actually listening to reading the press release from the UNHCR, which is the UN agency that deals with refugees across the world. And we have seen a 10 million increase in the number of displaced people around the world within 1 year. With primarily that increase coming from Ukraine and Sudan. So while last year we had hit the 100 million mark, this year we have crossed the 110 million threshold of displaced people, refugees around the world. It continues to increase, and based on what was said by UNHCR, is there continues to be the inability of the world to resolve ongoing crises. And so the number of people that are displaced continue to increase. 3/4 of displaced people around the world are living in low income countries. So the burden of this 110 million, 80 million of that is on countries that are low income or developing countries. There's a lot of work that needs to be done by countries in the West, like the United States, to be able to alleviate the burden of on this low income countries. That's why we must advocate. That's why we must empower and educate our audiences about the refugee crisis that the world faces. And so we are celebrating World Refugee Day with the goal that we are able to help people see why we do this work, why this work is necessary for this community, for this country, and for the world. And so we're trying to do something different from what we have done in the previous, at least the previous last 2 years. I'm going to invite Leon, the director of events here at the International Institute, to lead the presentation on World Refugee Day.
Thank you, Ari. Yes, so we are doing things a little bit differently, as Ari mentioned. So we are hosting it at the City Foundry this Saturday. So if you have not been to the City Foundry yet, this is your perfect excuse to finally get there. It's a really fun space, and it's really, really needed within the city. So it's been exciting to see it kind of grow and kind of bring on a whole new life to that area. So the program itself will be outside. along that main strip courtyard area within the City Foundry. It starts at 10 a.m. and goes until 8 p.m. So during that time frame, we're going to have market and exhibitors. So there'll be lots of things to shop for, lots of people to meet, lots of stories to hear, information to receive, just a good day right there. And then if you kind of kick out further in front of the Alamo Theater House, that is where we are going to have our stage, where from 11 to 8 p.m. will be all of the programming and entertainment. So as you can see, we have a list of different entertainers and programming that we're going to have available. So it's going to be really exciting. One of the main things that we want to do during this event is, again, bring awareness and to honor people that are just making really big impacts and differences in our community. So for that, we are doing an awards ceremony during the middle of the day, where we're going to be honoring some really, really incredible people here that support all of the work that we're all doing. So we'll have that on the next slide. I'll kind of go into some of these individuals and awards that we're going to be presenting. I'm going to go over this a little bit briefly just to save time, but also just to have a teaser for you. So you have to come to the event to catch all of the good details. But we have the Global Bridge Builder, and that is going to Jack and Claudia Wright. The next award that we have is going to be the New Horizons Achievement Award, and that is going to Riz Khan and Farah Alaman. And then we also have the next award is the Youth Community Champion, and that is for Sahara Husani. And then the Community Outreach Award as well for Susan Gobo. So these are the awards that we are going to be presenting these individuals. Again, we're going to have really special programming and are just really excited to honor them and to share their stories and all of the work that they've done in the community and the people that they've helped. Also throughout the day, again, we are going to have that entire market area, the exhibitor area, the Center for Multiculturalism that will have a booth there. So if you are excited about signing up for a membership, that is where you can do it to help them reach that goal that Barbara shared. We will also be having a tent for Festival of Nations, where you can purchase a tote that says "Everyone Welcome." And purchasing that, it allows you access to this really nice shaded area that just offers a little bit of refuge from the sun. There'll be games around there and just kind of different places to connect with people. So lots going on. We're really, really excited to partner with the Foundry. It has an already incredible built-in audience there. So we're excited to bring our audience as well and kind of merge the two to just reach more people in the community. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. Would love to see all of you there. Please bring your family, your friends. We have this shared on Facebook as well as Instagram. So if you could share that, that'd really help us. But yeah, would love to see you there and participate. And I'll open it for any questions.
Great. Thank you, Leanne. Any questions for Leanne and the team that's working on this? Well, you can bring, it'd be really great. You can also bring your questions to the Foundry on Saturday, and we will be ready and willing to provide any answers that are needed with reference to that. But we look forward to seeing you. Please join us. Please come out. And be part of this recognition, taking a moment to just highlight the struggle of refugees around the world and how resilient they continue to be as they find their way towards refuge in different parts of the world. At this point, seeing no questions, we're going to go on to the next item on the agenda, which is our upcoming events. And I will turn this over to the Director of Community Engagement here at the International Institute, Kelly Moore.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's wonderful to be on this call amongst all of you who are interested in the work and accomplishments that we have had. So we are so excited to continue our partnership with Operation Food Search, and we are holding an outdoors bazaar every other Friday. The next one is June 23rd. starts at 11 o'clock, where we offer a food, usually 1 to 2 food vendors, multiple craft vendors, and of course the St. Louis Metro Market, where you can enjoy fresh produce at reduced costs and wonderful food opportunities. Please come out and see us on June 23rd at our bazaar. And that's located at the International Institute in our courtyard. So it's fun. Next slide. We continuously look for volunteers. That being said, we also need volunteers for the bazaar as well. So the volunteers during the bazaar are there to help set up food and to help new Americans access food in our gym. So we kind of have two or three different things going on during the bazaar, and it's a lot of fun. Next slide. Continuing on with our volunteers. So as you saw, May was a very busy month for us in terms of new Americans coming to St. Louis. June is looking to be the same. So at this moment, we are looking for grocery shoppers. Who loves going to the grocery store, spending gift cards on food for new Americans? If you're available to help shop for those staple items, that is posted on our website. We also, not only do we buy food before the arrivals come, we also have the opportunity to take new families to the grocery store. So that's a little different experience, but a little, you have the opportunity to show somebody the grocery store and discuss food items with them. And then of course, without our volunteer support, we wouldn't be able to do the many events that we have. We are looking for volunteers on World Refugee Day as well, June 17th, this Saturday. Again, with the many arrivals coming into St. Louis right now, we will be doing apartment setups. This is usually a team of 5 people who can take our supplies that we have at the International Institute and go to the apartment and make it welcoming for new families that are arriving. That usually happens the day of their arrival. Every other Friday, we continue to successfully have about 20 individuals working with new Americans on interview skills. Those are mock interviews. That happens every other Friday. And you'll see on this site here, you have our website linked if you'd like to click on that now. Next slide. We're still formulating our volunteer leadership program. This program is to identify and train some of our volunteers who have given us a lot of time and energy and want to become leaders in the community. So that is somebody who's interested in learning more about becoming leaders and enabling our community to work together with other organizations and bring St. Louis to a welcoming community. So that would, if you are interested in this volunteer leadership program, please contact John Worth. Community shout outs, one of my favorite parts of the call. So this past week or last week, we welcomed Deloitte. They had their Impact Day, and around the country, many members from the Deloitte community were out volunteering at different agencies across the country. That day was fun to welcome about 20, I think it was 25 people. They did, you'll see it that as the pictures, they helped recreate a room that we're going to open up as our staff lounge. Many of them helped in the bazaar, and then they also were eager participants in our interview process and mock interviews. So thank you to Deloitte for coming out. It was a fun day, and I think they also had the chance to spend time at the bazaar in the afternoon. So that worked out really great. A couple months ago, or even a year ago, remember, and I was asking if anybody wanted to do bus training. We're really happy that we are continuing our relationship with Metro STL. They are coming to the International Institute and helping us with Metro and bus training. 46 clients have been served to date. If you're working with a community member that needs bus training, you can also contact John Worth and he can make that happen as well. So thank you, Metro St. Louis. After all of that tremendous support about 1.5 years ago, we finally cleared out our warehouse. So now it's time that we build up the warehouse again, collecting new or like new items for new homes. So our list is here. Donations are accepted between 9 and 4:30. And if you are doing any summer cleaning and have new items at your house that you aren't using, please think of giving them to the International Institute. Oh, these are the top 10 items that really we need: twin sheets, laundry detergent, cookware sets, stock pots, preferably the larger cookware sets, especially when we have families of 14 coming in, size 1 and 2 diapers, microwaves, pillows, and plastic buckets with mops. And always we love donations of grocery gift cards, Visa gift cards, and all of our lists can also be found on Target and Walmart wish lists. More people that you already probably have maybe contacted, but Catherine Schoberly is our youth programming. John Worth would be our leadership program and volunteers program. And then those are 2 links to either volunteer and donate. Thank you so much for your continued support and getting the word about the work that we're doing. And hopefully June will be just as successful as we were in May. Next, I think there might be, nope. Oh, I do want to mention 2 more things. We still continue to have openings here at the International Institute. So if you know somebody that might want to join our team, we please have them visit our jobs on our page, our website. We also have 2 new intern possibilities. We have somebody working in our collections. We have a lot of newspaper articles, pictures, and historical things that need to be cataloged. So that's somebody that we were looking for. And we're also looking for an intern to help with our development support. So those are 2 little shout outs. And last but not least, as we are celebrating World Refugee Day on June 17th at the Foundry, MORA, the Missouri Office for Refugees, is also celebrating on June 20th. They are having a panel discussion called Embracing New Americans, a panel discussion honoring World Refugee Day. And I see Betsy's on the call and she is one of the panelists. So that event is happening. Paul just put the link in the chat. That event is happening Tuesday, June 20th, 4 to 6 p.m. at T-Rex. So if you can't make Saturday, please try to make Tuesday or make both. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Kelly, for that update and events and the community shout out. It's really important for us to recognize the people that come out and support the work here. We're looking forward to, I want to use this opportunity because Reese is in this meeting. Reese, congratulations on the recognition that you're going to be receiving on the 17th. You have been an incredible partner to the organization. You've stood with us in very challenging circumstances when the Afghans were coming. And Reese, yes, you can also donate Save a Lot cards if you have Save a Lot cards as well. I think we will take them, right, Kelly? Okay, good. And I want to make sure that I didn't miss any questions that were raised by anybody else. Well, if there are no questions, then thank you very much. I just also want to add that we're going to have on Tuesday here at the International Institute at 11 o'clock, I think 50 people that are going to become new Americans. There'll be a swearing in ceremony here at the Institute. It's very, very symbolic that on World Refugee Day, we have a number of people, a significant number of people here in our building that will become American citizens. So I know they're coming out with their families. Anybody who wants to be here to be part of that momentous occasion is invited. It's going to be at the Hall of Nations here at the International Institute. With that, see no hand up for questions and no questions in the meeting chat. I want to thank you all for taking time to be with us. Some of you will be joining us this afternoon for the welcome call presentation. We will be looking forward to seeing you as well. But thank you for taking time to join us, and we look forward to sharing with you further updates when we get together in the month of July as well. So thank you very much. Have a wonderful rest of the day and rest of the week. Bye, everybody.
Take care, we will.